right, everyone, welcome. This is MenTableTalk. I am your host, Mike, and
I am George. Big G.
Big G, Big G. So, for those of you who don't know, this is our first episode, and this actually started out with as George's idea. When did you get this idea again, George?
Probably about a year ago, I could say.
And he's actually started a Facebook page, which we're going to be linking in the description below. So the YouTube page, sorry, not YouTube page, Facebook, right? So
and Instagram.
And Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. So both of those information will be in the description at the end of this. So what we want to do right now is really introduce this group to you, introduce ourselves to you, and we just grow together. So George, you said this started a year ago. Like, how did it come about, the idea?
So I was just sitting in the room and hearing my wife listen to the Red Table Talk, right?
Yeah.
You know which one's the Red Table Talk?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
That's with Jada Pinkins.
Yeah,
So
Pinkett Smith. Yeah.
Pinkett Smith, yeah. Jada Pinkett Smith. And when I heard that, some said, why can't us men have our own table talk?
Right.
And really talk about different issues and different things and come together versus we hear the term locker room conversation.
Right.
Forget the locker room conversation. Let's just come together as men and talk about different things and uplift each other in the process.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we could learn from each other.
Right.
So this was an idea that I wanted to come with so men could feel comfortable coming together and talk.
Right.
You know, and conversate.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think after you started it, like, I had an idea about, having something like this as well. And I actually called George and said, hey, what is your vision for this group? And then I said I didn't want to be a certain way, but I have this idea for your group. Yeah.
I said I need all the ideas. That's fine. Whatever idea it is, man, I'm open to it.
Yeah, because really and truly I think we were thinking along the same line that this is something that men need. Somewhere where we can learn and grow together. George and I are both Christians. It's just like one of the main thing we always focus on is when the Bible says iron sharpen iron, talking about men sharpening other men. Yeah. The Bible even has in the New Testament, older men are supposed to teach younger men. And for the ladies, it's the same thing. Older ladies are supposed to teach younger ladies. So we wanted this where we can impart knowledge, and not only that, when we have guests, because that's the plan, right?
Yep, that's the plan, big plan.
Yeah. So our plan is to have guests to cover topics like, you want to go into topics?
Mental health.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
What else?
Finance.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a super big one.
Because the thing is that about finance, what we know is what? We work.
Yep.
We save. We save to pay bills.
Yep.
And we hardly have anything left over. What's the next step? Work, save. What's the next one? Investments.
Investments. Yeah. That's it.
And then you were going to say the last one that's important.
Generational wealth.
That's
what we lacking out of this. I don't want to say it too much, but I'm going to say it for our black community. Mm-hmm. We are very lacking. In some white community and Spanish community too, but we are lacking in leaving something for our kids.
Right.
And kids' kids.
Right.
So that's something. I'm wearing the shirt right now. Right here. Generational wealth starts with me. And that's what I always speak to myself because I'm big on multiple streams of income. So we're going to be talking about all of that and bring in experts that could really, that has multiple businesses and talk about real estate. Talk about investing in real estate. Talk about stocks. Talk about what else? It's so many. Many.
A lot of form of investments, and a lot of it we don't really think about.
Yeah.
A lot of us, we don't know about hedge funds. We don't know about like real estate.
Yep.
Like what we know about real estate is buying a single family home.
That's
but
it.
what do you think about, buying a corporate, like buying building, buying businesses, investing in those things? So as we, gain more traction with all this, we're going to get to the point where we meet people and then we want to take their knowledge and impart it to you.
Yes.
And, for George, I believe that this hit home a lot more because, I don't know if you want to share, but you are a father.
Yes.
And so for you, the pressure is even more.
Oh, yes.
I'm a single guy. I got no kids, so.
So I became a father about 2 years ago, 2019, December 2019. I had my first son.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yes.
On that.
Little Jackson.
Yeah.
So, little man has motivated me beyond. And I didn't know that feeling until I used to hear it a lot from some of my friends. It's like, it's a different motivation, man, that you have. I see where they coming from because you want to bring the best to your kids. Mm-hmm. They can have a better life than you had, and that's my ultimate goal, to teach them also some of the stuff that I didn't get at home. You know what I mean? Finance was a big one.
Yeah.
Teaching them not only to save. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got this in your piggy bank.
Yeah.
So you want what? Some shoes? How can we get these shoes to make more money, to get those shoes for free?
Right. Investment opportunity.
There you go. Investment opportunity to create more wealth and create more income versus clocking a 9 to 5.
And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there that's listening to this story can relate that when you have your first child, your boy child, that you feel this motivation that you have to do more. And so, for me, because I'm not at George level yet, my thing is to gain what I have now so that when I do have my child, whether it be my first child, whether it be a girl or whether it be a boy, mm-hmm. I can impart that knowledge to them and help them to build skills, On this channel too, I'm not a reader, but I'm getting into reading. Yeah. And it's important for us to be readers. Yeah. Right? The reason why is that we need to continue to learn. And the best way for us to learn is through, yes, YouTube videos help, but also in reading books. Yeah. And why do you think books are important to read, George?
Because you get different knowledge that you will never get anywhere else.
Facts.
You hear that saying, I'm just paraphrasing, if you want to hide anything for anyone. I know they said a particular group of people, but I'm going to say anyone, just put it in a book. It's so true. Put it in a book and nobody will not flip it and read it. I'm not the best at reading, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But if I have to have an audio book to listen to it, and I tend to do that, to listen to it while I'm driving.
Audible.
Love it.
Yeah.
Just to continue getting it. And I also use it for grammar, too, to help me with my grammar skills. Because I know one day I'm going to be speaking like I'm speaking to you guys now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to really up my vocabulary in a way, but still be my authentic self. That's one thing I say I'm going to always be.
So. And that's the thing about this site is that, this channel is that we want to be very authentic, very, straight with you guys in everything that we do. And like when it comes to, we mentioned finance, like everything that we discuss on this channel, I'm in the learning stage of, and the thing is, we're not going to claim that we are professional at any of these things. It's just that as we learn, we want to impart that knowledge onto you as well, because we want everyone, and especially for me, I can only speak for myself, especially our community, the Black community, we need to get out of the victim mentality and the trap that we're constantly in, reciprocating the same action over and over again. We need to elevate ourselves and become better versions of ourselves. And when we see people progressing, instead of trying to pull them back, we need to start cheering them forward, because the thing is, when you cheer them forward and they continue to build and you continue to build, then you can network with those people and you can make that connection and you can grow as well. But a lot of us Jamaicans have a saying that says, we're like crabs in a barrel.
Mm-hmm.
The analogy goes, when a crab see another crab climbing out, it grabs it and pulls it back down.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing that if they were to link claws together, they can help pull each other out.
Listen,
but it's just every man for themselves.
There you go.
And a lot of our history shows that it's every man for themselves, and that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
The truth of the matter is, like, you can go a certain, there's a saying, I don't remember it exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You can go a certain distance by yourself, but you can go a lot further in a group. And that's what we're trying to build. A group, a community, a family of men, strong.
Strong man.
Yeah.
Strong man.
Right.
But strong don't always need to be this. I know a lot of people that's not strong, that's real big. So that don't mean nothing. So strong, we're going to go here into the mindset. Of course, we're going to have spirituality that's going to come into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I encourage, if you're in all backgrounds, listen, this is going to be an open platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be only, don't say, this say. No, it's not going to be that type of platform. We invite everybody to listen to us and just be open-minded. So that's why we keep this platform like it is, MenTableTalk, and that's what it is, to encourage y'all to come as a group and we come together and just build something beyond us and leave a legacy. That's another one. Legacy. I'm big on.
Yeah.
So.
Got to leave a legacy.
Yeah.
So I know that George's flex as well. I'm sure he's going to share a little bit more on that probably in our other episodes. But another thing that we want to cover is well-being, wellness. We mentioned mental health earlier, but also physical health as well. The importance of actually going out there and exercising.
Yes.
As men, we're supposed to lift heavy, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do the cardio and all that stuff, but in order to build ourselves as men, build our testosterone level and all that, we need to lift heavy.
Yes.
And the thing is, if you are not a member of a gym, or if you are not, you don't have a gym at your home where you can work out, that's something that you have to do. Start small, and then you can get bigger than that. But the thing is, it's important to exercise. It's important to eat right. It's important mental health. And sometimes for the mental health, you need time away from everybody else and everything to just really get your mind right and get focused. You know what I mean? So we're going to be touching on that as well. What else are we missing? What else are we going to go over?
I think that's mainly everything.
Mental health. I say
it's going to be trust me. It may go into, I'm not a big politics type of guy. It may go into those arenas when we talk about different politics. And y'all going to see me, I'm more of a devil advocate. I don't like to use the devil name, but I'm more of trying to look at it in a different way to see both sides. And I am not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. So I'm nonpartisan.
I'm American.
So we gonna talk about it all. It's gonna be freely. So I think that was everything that we covered for everything we're gonna have in the next few episodes of topics.
It's about growth, guys. So even though we might not go over everything today or remember all the topics that we're gonna touch on from this video podcast on forward, it doesn't mean that we're not going to continue to grow and add to it. Because we want to treat this like Legos. We want to start with a block and then we keep on building until we have like a nice structure, a nice foundation.
There you go.
So, we just really want you guys to open up your mind, open up your heart to what we're trying to impart to you. And, leave a comment, for things that you guys would want to see, want to hear us talk about. We're going to work on, because a lot of this tech stuff we're working on learning too. So eventually, I don't know if George agreed, I would like to do like a live, probably even do like a call-in.
Oh yeah.
Where people can call in and we can have like, we can have a straight talk with, you know what I mean? And as I mentioned earlier that George and I are Christians, that's just our belief and what we stand on. We do not shun anybody. We don't put anybody out. Yeah. If you're a man, let's talk. You know what I mean? And the thing is, we're not excluding ladies, but realize that everything that we talk about is going to be taken from a man's perspective. So, you know, you might not understand what we're saying, but trust and believe we're coming from the hearts of men, and what we need to hear. You know, we can't as men, we don't really operate too much in the emotional. We think very logical, right? We're very strategic. We have different views. You know what I mean? And I think I mentioned this before, but you know, the importance of reading. So we might even make quotes from you know, the book that we're reading. You know, we might even show you the books that we're reading, and eventually we want to develop a list of books that are good for you to start reading to impart some knowledge in your life. And do not feel burdened in life. You know, if you don't feel like you're a good reader, just start slow. There's no need to rush.
No rush.
You know, take your time and read. And as George mentioned, like, I have an Audible. A lot of us, we don't realize your commute to work might be 25 minutes here, 30 minutes there. You put it on that Audible and you play, like to and fro work. That's time that you could be learning something.
Yep, that's an hour. Some commute 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They say, well, we ain't gonna say where we at, but we'll say that later.
Yeah.
But where we at, they say everywhere it's about 30 minutes commute.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so the thing that you guys need to know is just like there's opportunities out there. Anything that you put your mind to, you're capable of doing. And, you know, don't doubt yourself. Just keep on improving. You know what I mean? When talking about books, we'll talk about this in more detail, but my strategy for books is like books like Rich Dad Poor Dad. I consider that a more motivational type book.
Yeah.
And I take that book and I listen to that as an audio.
Yeah.
Books that have like points and strategies in it, those are books that I actually get a physical book for, because for me, I highlight and I take notes.
Me too.
So books that have those lists, like lists and steps and strategies, those books I actually get a physical version of. But everyone has to cater their strategy to their life, and go from there.
Yep, they liking and everything.
Right.
So.
You have anything else you want to add?
No, I know relationship is big. I'm a married man, so I've been with my wife since high school. So we're gonna talk about even that.
I would love, guys. I would love for his wife and himself to come on the show and for me to do an interview with them. He didn't know I was going to say that, but I'm telling you, I don't know how. It's been a while since I know you, because we go to the same church.
Yeah.
And the relationship that he and his wife has, and the way that they support each other and build each other, like, that's something that I want for myself. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard, because he's like, man, look, you know, they always talk about we're all the good men. We're all the good women.
Listen, I'll be hearing y'all single guys. So a bunch of y'all, like, the friends, they like, man, you got a good one. Where they at? You got a sister, man? You got a cousin? You're like, where they at? I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm off the market, man. Because it's real out here, man. It is.
This is man be adding salt to the wound, man. Jeez, it be adding salt to the wound.
It's real out here.
But it's tough, because, you know, you hear about hypergamy, you hear about, you know, some women having unrealistic views or desires towards men, and it's like, it's hard for a man to keep up. You know, a lot of women don't.
We should say that. Say it.
You don't get it.
No. That one's gonna be good.
All right. Flag on the play.
We gonna save that one, because that's gonna be a good topic. A good topic to talk about when we go into that relationship part. We gonna go into that.
We gonna
so we gonna probably do like a relationship part 1.
Yeah.
With me and you.
Yeah.
And then in the end, then get my wife or get other people. Even
so
another single.
We're gonna build on it.
Yeah, build on it.
We're gonna build this Lego.
Different perspective.
Yeah.
So
as you say, we have an Instagram, and we have a Facebook group. Yeah. So we'll have those in the description.
Yes.
Do you have any personal YouTube or personal thing that you want to share, or not at this time?
Well, I'll probably put that in the description also. Well, I can go ahead and say it. So I'm a personal trainer, nutrition coach. So you can follow my personal page on Instagram. Is
IG
Fitness Minister 84, just like it is. Fitness Minister 84.
All right.
That's it.
And for me, I don't really have a IG set up. My personal is just my personal. So I do have a YouTube page. It's called Captivated Mind, and it's actually one of the friends of this channel already. So Captivated Mind. So on my channel, I basically talk about kind of some of the stuff we're going to be talking about here: lifestyle, spirituality, and finance. Those are the three pillars that I really cover, and continue trying to build that. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. I said this is our first episode. As you notice, I talk a lot, so I try to.
And that's why I chose him. That's why I chose him. I said, yes, let's go with it. As soon as he said it, I said, yes, Mike, I already know. We going to have a good conversation because...
I knew I was in trouble when I turned this mic on and I started talking, and he's like, yep, you got this. But
roll it.
It's all in the name of fun. It's all in the name of building. And we really want to start building a community. And we have a lot of, both George and myself, we have our own dreams separately, and then our dreams combined as well. So we really want to see change in the community, and we really want to see, see people start taking up the mantle as men, and getting to the level that we're called to be. Real quick, you have anything else to say?
No, I'm done. All the topics, I'm just gonna save them. Y'all gonna just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and share as much as possible. So.
Yes, I forgot that. Like and subscribe.
Yes, I'm gonna probably say that more. Like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
There's a guy on YouTube. I think is Soul Immortal, right? And a thing that he said is that as men, we are gods, and he broke it down as for God, we are generators, we're operators, and then his term was the D is destroyers. I thought that was interesting.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. For me, I took what he said and I kind of manipulated it a bit, and I say, I like the generator, I like the operator, and then I'll use the developers.
Developer,
I like it that way.
Yep.
But shout out to Soul Immortal for borrowing your line and just kind of modified a bit. I want to thank you. All right. So, ladies, men.
Man cave.
Brothers.
Men, we need you in our... But ladies, y'all here. Y'all can go ahead and subscribe too. It's okay. I know y'all gonna peep in here to listen to us because we never get our own platform.
So, to all the brothers out there, as George said, like and subscribe, and spread the word around. And leave a comment below. Whether on the IG, whether on the Facebook page, because we just really want this to spread like fire. All right?
Yes.
So, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Be safe, and we are.
We are out.
We ain't got no catch line yet, but we will have it. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Peace.